Alex, this whole buy now, pay later has been a topic of discussion for the last couple months. People can effectively finance a burrito on the Chipotle app. If you're going to order a burrito, you can do buy now, pay later in 4 installments, and people are doing it. The reason I bring this up is because NBC had a article that said these are tips to smartly handle your buy now, pay later. It says focus on needs it versus wants. Pause before purchasing. Read the fine print and avoid stacking buy now, pay later loans. Do you think that's effective, or should we just say, hey, stop buying things you can't afford?
You know, I really was a huge culture shock the first time I saw that Rent-A-Center, one of the most famous, buy here, pay later furniture stores, they started doing layaway for Jordans. I don't know if you ever saw that, where they were actually selling.
Really?
Yes, it's a famous thing. You can look up. Rent-A-Center was, selling these buy here, pay later tennis shoes, and I thought, man, this is like the bottom of society. Now we're financing, Jordan tennis shoes, but now the fact that we're financing Chipotle burritos, I have to get my conspiracy tinfoil hat on. This is done on purpose because they want people to have horrible credit scores at a very, early age in their credit history, so that those people don't get money from banks or aren't able to buy a home, so that they are, like I said earlier, they can't be a part of the middle class. They have to be on government assistance the rest of their life. So this is done on purpose to try to make it harder for buyers in the future, to have good credit. Because I think I forget which company it was that is doing this buy here, pay later on these small, price transactions, whatever it's called. I think they were like $300 million in debt, I believe. So don't quote me on that, but I don't think this has been financially beneficial for the loan givers as well.
I want to say it was $400 million, and they couldn't recoup all of the stuff that they were lending stuff out for, because you can't repo it. Like, Chris, you can repo a car, you can evict somebody from a house and foreclose on it. You can't repo a burrito unless you're weird and into some pretty sadistic stuff. To Alex's point, do you think this is kind of like on purpose to kind of diminish people's ability to finance bigger and more necessary things in the future? You'll own nothing and enjoy it type of mentality?
I think Alex actually makes a great point. Debt slavery is not a conspiracy theory. We see it happen to college kids every year as they walk across that aisle for graduation. I would go a step further, and I would say, take away even the buy now, pay later. Poor people shouldn't be using Uber Eats and DoorDash for starters.
It's true.
Go pick it up on your own. Let's be perfectly honest. Make a sandwich. I remember when I was struggling in radio and trying to make it, I went for a week eating stale taco shells and salsa. And like, you had to go through that. You had to experience that. And it got me to a better place. If I could have financed a burrito, I would have, and I would have been in debt, and I wouldn't have been able to climb that ladder to where I am now, owning a home, having a wife, having kids. No, you shouldn't be using any of this stuff, period, if you're not financially stable, let alone the buy now, pay later aspect of it. You're screwing yourself. If you are a college kid, if you're a young person, because that's who they're targeting, really, you're screwing yourself using this stuff, whether it's buy now, pay later, or using it just at face value.
Yeah, what I heard from that is having a wife is a financial decision. Interesting, and I don't necessarily disagree, but a topic for a different time.